My name is Aminata Diallo, Mimi. I'm gonna be the presenter. I'm gonna show you how you can do your application for your MC. To get in touch with me, you can join my Facebook group, Business Box Truck Business Learning Classes. YouTube channel is Box Truck Business Learning Channel, and this is my email, the phone number. So and if you want a one-on-one session, feel free to text me or email me, and I will send you a link to on how to get set up. So now, this is the website that you go to do the application for your MC. Is the motor carrier number and the DOT number. So it's fmcsa.dot.gov. So here we're going to be talking about how to do your application for the MC to have authority to. So the next step is get authority to operate MC number. Click on that. So it will give you an overview on what it is and what to do. So for the purpose of this training, we're going to scroll down to go directly to where to do the application. It should be $300 for permanent authority, and you can take a look on those information. So to start the application, you go click here, apply for authority, click here. So this is a warning, and I give this warning to everybody. When you apply for your MC, as soon you apply, your phone gonna start ringing. You're gonna get mails. You're gonna get emails. It's gonna be telemarketer sending you trying to sell products. So don't be fooled. This is the warning. FMCSA does not contact carrier by telemarketing or robocall. Request credit card number by phone. Charge a fee for downloadable form found at this address. So what they mean, most of those people or all that will contact you after this, they might have a name that kind of look like FMCSA, but they're not or they're not working with the FMCSA. So they will be most likely trying to sell you products. So I'll give you the list of what you need after your application. Yes. So here you have to click understand, take me to the registration. Then here it will ask you, okay, so welcome to the unified registration system. So basically here is if you are a new applicant, you click here, returning applicant, like you start your application, you coming back to finish it, that's where you will click. But for this training, we're gonna click on new applicant. Uh, Ask you, are you a robot? I'm not a robot. So this is the navigation part. So to go to the next, click on here per previews, upload file, start your menu. So all of this. So this will give what the more you fill up the form, the more option you're gonna have here to navigate back and forth. So here you say I'm a new applicant. Click on next. How to navigate. So this is just an overview to explain you how to do. Each applicant is assign an applicant ID. The applicant will have the capability to creating a password associated to the ID. So you have to answer all location. Those are basically the explaining you what it require, how it works. So you do next. The required information. You will need the EIN or social security number, Dana Broad street number if applicable, company officer with title, the financial responsibility who it will fall on, the process agent notice, so that can be you or you can design somebody, they assign it to somebody. Issuance of active USDOT number notice. Applicant may not engage in operation without registration and active USDOT number. A USDOT number become active only after registration has been granted by the FMCSA. So this is those are you have to read it and it's just to explain after they will make you sign and certificate and stuff under oath. Information collection notice, those are notice, just do next. All right, so now this is the application ID number. So I'm gonna write it down. I always advise to write it down. Uppercase 1737 743. So let me just create a password. What am I gonna say? Okay, okay. Mm-hmm. Gotta have the number. Mhm. Okay, I'm writing down so I don't forget what I put as password. All right, let's see. Yeah, the thing with this website, to go to the next thing, you always have to double click. Okay. Selection. What is my high school mascot? Uh, Dog. I have to write it down. So the second security question that is asking me, what is my least favorite vegetable? Uh, that's not true. Let's put vegetable. Carrot or peas. Third question. Okay, city I was born. Merida. All right, so answer those questions. I have dog, peas, and Merida. All right, go to next. Let me save so I don't have to come back to it. So, like to collect contact information. So, let's go to next. Contact type, company contact, application contact, first name. To John, no middle name, last name. And Smith. Not suffix. We don't have that. Contact title. I like to put CEO most of the time, or whatever is the title of that person, United States. Uh, what is the address that I will put? 123 uh, Main Street. Application Contact City, State, Georgia. Oh, you ready? Phone number, United States, uh, area code. So if you don't have fax number, don't put a fax number. Here, this most likely they talking about like you have an office phone and this will be your cell phone number. But for somebody who just got the cell phone number, just like put in both spot. So I'll put the same number there. The email address, email. I will do both US mail and the mail. So do next. What is missing? What's wrong with others? Okay, I did not put something. Line 2, 1, 2, 3 mail. I believe the address is not correct. Why doesn't keep it on me so I can see? Okay, let's just. I don't know really any other address that is valid in Marietta. Address in Marietta. Okay, let me just use. Okay, we're gonna be using the address of Whitewater in Marietta. Let's see. Okay, went through. Business description. Next. So does the applicant have a Dun and Bradstreet number? If you do, you click on yes, and it will, you do next. It will ask you for the number. For this case, we don't have because I'm using a furtive business name. So I'll do Whitewater Transportation LLC. Now we'll make it one word. DBA. And now, if you have a DBA, you select DBA, but if you don't, just leave it blank. Is the applicant principal place of business address the same as the applicant contact address? If yes, you select yes. If no, you select no. Like in case some people they have the physical address for the business is in the house, but the mailing address is somewhere else, or vice versa. They have a physical address, business address, but for some reason they prefer to get the mail sent to them at the house. So just select whatever case is it. So in this case, we're gonna say yes, it's the same address. All right, principal place of business address is the same. So we select that it's the same. So we forward. Same as mailing address, same as the principal place of business. So click on next. You see, it tell you the progress. And like when I was saying, you see now we did the application contact, we are at the business description. So this allows you to navigate between the app. So we're gonna do next. Okay, principal place of business, telephone number. United States 404 322 8827. Fax number, we don't have a fax number, so cell phone would be the same number because we're using a cell phone. But in case your business number is different from your cell phone number, go ahead and put that. All right, employer identification number or social security number. So if you are EIN, you click on this. If you have a social security number, so you select the social security number. So in this case, we're gonna choose EIN, and hopefully you let it get away with the fixed EIN number I'm gonna be putting. I have to write it. 231. How many digits is 564? Let me see how many digits is the. Okay. All right. So I just put a fake one. Hopefully it will not check. No. Is the applicant a unit of the government? No, for this case, but if it's the case, go ahead and say yes. Business description. So here we have limited is a LLC. Where the LLC is okay, Georgia. Georgia. So this is the state where the LLC was created. All right, business description, owned control by citizen of USA, yes the case, or if it's not the case, select whatever case is here that apply to you. Okay, name and title of the sole proprietor. So we say it was John Smith. Title. No. Telephone again. That's if you got a different phone number from the business phone number that you have, but in this case, it's the same 404. That's if you have another contact for the company, but this is in this case, we're talking about a business that is run by one person. Okay, next. United States business description, company contact address. So in this case, if your address, he got a house address example, so he can use that. But if he want, for the purpose of this training, we're gonna just put it as the same thing, because most of the time people is a home-based business, so it's the same everything, they're operating everything from the house, so we're gonna put the same thing. That's good. 62. Mm, what is missing here? 250 Cup Parkway. Oh, sweet. Okay, so this is just an overview. They will do that at the end of all the thing. All right, so you just check if it's the same thing. If you want to, there is something you need to change, you just go ahead and change it up. But if not, just do next. If there is something you need to change, do preview. Okay, now operation classification. So this is intermodal equipment provider, motor carrier, or yeah. So they explain to you what each is. So the model equipment mean trailing equipment that transport container consists mainly of chassis. So you kind of see the picture here. So we're not gonna be transporting, do those kind of thing, like taking from a truck, a container from a truck to a boat or stuff like that. So it's no here. So will the applicant transport property? Yes. Will the applicant receive compensation for the business of transporting the property belonging to others? Yes. So what type of property will the applicant transport? Select all that apply. You don't, most likely it's not going to be hazardous material, but if that's the case, you do it. Um, if it's you do household good or exempt commodity, but for the box truck and of being OTR or Amazon, we select other non-hazardous freight. I know sometimes some people they'll be like, well, maybe I'm gonna get certified for the hazardous material transportation, and I might have the chance to transport a household good and stuff like that. So they'll go ahead and select all of them. Don't do that, because when you do it, then instead of be paying 300 at the end, it will ask you to pay like 300 for each of those type of thing. And then also it will affect your insurance, how much you pay for your insurance. So just limit yourself just to select non-hazardous freights. So those are more where most of the freight that box truck do fall under. So after you see a good contract, then you can come back and change, make the necessary change. But for now, we just stick to non-hazardous freights. So will the applicant transport non-hazardous materials across state line, otherwise known as interstate? Yes, because you want to be able to transport to go to any state. So that's interstate. So sometimes look on the picture, it'll help you. So now we are at 27%. Next. Will the applicant transport their own property? No. Because when you do that, it can be complicated. Those are case of people, they have the warehouse, like you see, the company name is the same on the warehouse. So if you have a warehouse, you do it like a big company like a Shaw Industry and stuff like that. Yeah, they can get that kind of authority, but most likely small company, most of the small company, they just gonna be doing the transportation. So will the applicant transport any passenger? No, because this is for box truck. But if it's the case, you're applying for a bus, just go ahead and do it. Will the applicant provide property or household good broker services? No. Will the applicant provide freight forwarder service? So this the picture might make you think that it's service that we're gonna provide, but like read it here in entity that old itself how to provide transportation of cargo belonging to other using for hire motor carrier. Um oops, in the ordinary business, freight forwarder assemble and conduct break bulk and distribution operation and assume responsibility for transportation of property from place of receipt to the place of destination, may or may not operate vehicle. So that's not. So most of us will not be a freight forwarder, because most of the time you see like the picture show you, you're gonna be taking from a third party to take it to a warehouse. That's what freight forwarder may do. But most of us will be taking from a warehouse to a warehouse. So we say no here. Will the applicant operate a cargo tank facility? In our case, this application is for box truck, so we will not be doing it. But if it's your case, the answer it will be yes then. Will the applicant operate as a driveway? Like the picture show, this is for a semi truck. You're owning a semi truck. For our case, it will not be. N- Next, will the applicant operate as a tow away? So towing company? No, we'll be operating a box truck. So next. So please select all classification of cargo that the applicant will transport or handle. General freight, household good, metal and sheets. So we're seeing those don't, if it's applied to you, select it. But like I mentioned it earlier before, please don't select, because the more you select it here, the more your insurance gonna be, because the insurance will have to quote you in case you have a claim related to any of them. So your insurance will be higher, and also the fee that you're gonna pay at the end will be higher for the MC. So just, I would advise limit for the general freight for now. But if you see an opportunity raise up after, it's easy to come back here and make the change. Like it's tempting, it can tempt the people to, like, okay, let me do fresh produce, um passenger, maybe I'm gonna be running a bus or meat and garbage refusal, US mail. But no, it's gonna affect your insurance for nothing, while you can come back and do it later on. So I would just advise you do general freights. That's what we did. So do next. All right, so this is the summary of what you answer. Go over it again, double check. Again, I'm sure you see now we are at the third part. You got the three options, so you can go back and forth between them to change. So just do next. FMCSA that need to capture some detail regarding the motor vehicle you plan to operate. So next. Please provide the number of no non-CMV the applicant plan to operate. Not commercial motor vehicle, that's the CMV. So here is asking you, please provide the number of non-CMV the applicant plan to operate. So in our case, we are LLC, so we just need to give the number of no um commercial motor vehicle, which is most small business case is zero, because we're gonna be operating our box trucks or just one box truck. So we don't have at this point a non-commercial motor vehicle. But if your business was like a sole proprietor, then you will have to put your personal vehicle here. So, but this case is zero because it's a LLC. So next. So here, what type of commercial motor vehicle will the applicant operate? Select all that apply. So straight truck, that's the same as a box truck. So truck, tractor, trailer, if any of those apply to you, just put the number. But here for this training is a box truck company. So, and we're starting with one that is owned. So term lease, if it's a box truck that you're leasing, trip lease, but in this case, we own the truck. So all of this gonna be zero. Tow driveway, zero service. So the truck, you have to put zero. That's the annoying part about this. You have to put zero in each of these column, or whatever number that apply in your case. So like company, they got a semi truck. a semi, like let's say they got two semi that they leasing, so they can put that here, and three box truck they can put three here. So but in this case we just have our owner operate LLC just own one box truck. So you have to put zero on all of them. All right. So you see, when you down filling out a part, that's when the next become yellow. So we only got one box truck that we own. So please provide the number of a commercial motor vehicle the applicant will operate in Canada or Mexico. In this case, we're gonna be just in the United States. We're not going to Canada or Mexico, so I'll put zero. But if in your case you're planning to go to Mexico or Canada, just put the number of vehicle that are gonna be doing those. Please provide the number of commercial motor vehicle the applicant will operate solely in interstate commerce. So this is we only got one box truck, so it's gonna be just one. This is interstate. Interstate meaning that you're gonna be going out of your state, past state line. So tell the number of vehicle that are gonna do it. Some company they have like three truck, but just you'll find that one is doing just in-state furniture delivery. So the two other are the one going over state line. So then they'll put two here, but in this case it's just one. Please provide the number of commercial motor vehicle the applicant will operate solely in intrastate commercial. So intrastate is just when you stay in your state, you don't go over the state line. So and they explain here what it is. So example of those would be appliance delivery that stay in your city, like I'm in Atlanta. So maybe if I have a truck that will just deliver in the Atlanta area, moving company that stay in the state. So if you're operating a vehicle for that, just put that number. But in this case, we only got one truck and we're planning to do intrastate. So this is a vehicle that would, but if you have a vehicle that someday it do just inside the state and someday it go out, it's still, and you got just one vehicle, it's still zero here. Because if you say one, that means that you don't have a truck that go outside. The Yeah. So this is just a summary of what you just saw. My advice would be go over it, double check everything. If you need to change anything, click on the link. It will take you back there and you make it a change. And you see our list on the menu getting bigger. Next. So the FMCSA needs to capture some detail regarding the type of driver the company will utilize. Next. So what is the number of driver who will operate as interstates? So meaning they will be out of your state. So within 100 air mile radius. So those are the people the driver that are gonna stay there. So we doing interstate, so we'll say zero. But on past the 100 air radius, we put one. So what is the number of driver who will operate as an intrastate? So they will be just intrastate. We don't in our case because we want to be doing interstate. So we don't have a driver that would just do in our state. So we put zero. What are the number of driver with commercial driver license CDL? So this is a box truck company. We don't have a CDL driver, so you put zero. But if in your case you have a box truck, but your box truck is a CDL box truck, or even if it's not a CDL, but your driver happen to be a CDL, or you the owner operator, you got a CDL, just put the number. But in our case, our company is a non-CDL truck. So what are the number of driver who operate in Canada and Mexico? Zero in our case. If it's your case, just put the number that is accurate. So this is again a summary. Go double check, go over it. If there is anything to change, go back and change it. All right. So the financial responsibility. So in the operation classification section of this application, you specify that we will be transporting property and for compensation. Will any of this property get transported in vehicle more than 10,001 pound? Yes. Box truck, they 10,000 and more. So the FMCSA has determined the applicant will operate for higher property carrier general freight. The company estimated financial responsibility minimum for bodily injury and property damage liability is $757,000. So that's the minimum insurance liability that you can have. So let's proceed to the next. Affiliation with others. Does the applicant have this is along is to they want to know if in the last 3 year you filed for an MC or you own an MC or you own a stock in another company that got MC and stuff like that, or you got family relationship. Like our case, we got two company. One is under my husband name and the second one mine. So when we were applying the second one, I had to say yes here because I was related to I had to show that I was related to my husband. I got somebody in the family that got that. So then that case, they will ask you for the USDOT number, MC and stuff like that, and ask you how it is. It's revoked, suspended. So when you fill up all of this and do next, it will give you the name of the company and all the information asking you to confirm. It's not gonna really affect you, but because I believe, especially when it's not revoked or doesn't have any issue, so we just have to do that. Because, like I always tell people, this is one thing you don't want to be lying or doing something that is not accurate. So here in most of the people case is a no, you don't know anybody or you don't have action. But if it's the case, like the example that I just give it to you, put yes. But in most people case is no. So next, summary again. All right, certification statement. So you must certify that all of those things are true. If you lie, you under penalty of perjury, which is bad. So put your name, put your name here. Our case is John. Uh, why they put the this there? That's not his last name. Okay, that's weird. That's weird. That's not John's last name. It is a fixed signature. They'll probably use the password that I put. Okay, so the title, CEO. So next, compliance certification. So this part they will be asking you, okay, they're telling you stuff. All you have to do is give you just one option, yes, a certify. Because I got somebody asking me or this because they read it. So I'm like, this is the part that if you don't agree, then that means you don't want to apply for the MC. So those are part that is kind of You have to say is you agree about it. So that's the so if you decide to basically read it, this part, my accent and stuff is gonna be uh, uh to listen to me read all this paragraph was gonna be a nightmare for you. So I'll pass. But basically, here you just have to say yes. And if you're not willing to say yes to whatever they're saying here, that means you're not ready to, they will not let you proceed to the rest of the application. So they want to cover all the case scenario that can happen and make sure you accept and you know what is expected from you and your company. So that like for example here, so does the applicant certify that the carrier is not prohibited from filing the application because the FMCSA registration is currently under suspension or was revoked less than 30 days before filing the application? This is because some people, they might have an issue with MC that already have is revoked, suspended, so they want to cut corner and go apply for a new one and keep doing their business, but whatever reason they got suspended and revoked, they need to fix that issue with the FMCSA. They cannot go ahead and get a new application and just go by the business. But so that's why they're asking that if the person is not also here, either they not yes, a certified they not, but if you certify they are, I mean they can do the application. So yeah, so yeah, this is this, yes. So in case there was a revocated, they fix it. So you have to put the application password here. So another summary. So you gotta swear on the oath. That's that bar. I am not gonna send this because that would be me lying. But this is just again, like I told you, this is for training purpose. So I'm not gonna send. I'm just showing you guys how to fill it up at the end. I'm not gonna send it for two reasons, because I will have to pay and then it would be a total uh because none of those information I put are real. John, I don't know no John Smith. The EIN, the social, all of them is just for training purpose. All right, so register for company portal account. So here you have to do the registration. So this is contact John Smith, yes. If you don't want, you say no and you assign somebody else for creating. Yeah, so I'm gonna use John name. That will be the user ID, and the password I will put the email. Okay, what is missing? Verifying the email. Okay, this part, because instead of them making you fill up, send your application, and then you have to go back and fill up create an account on the FMCSA. So this is kind of different, and I like it because it make you create your account. So this account that's you creating, I'll always select both. This account that you're creating, that's gonna be your the information for the username, the user ID, and the password for the portal, the FMCSA portal. So that, let me just go a little bit. So what you do FMCSA portal. So we take you to the link. So then it asks you for the ID and information. So here you just put that here. So you put the username, the user ID that you put. We just put provincial John Smith and the whatever password is here, and you put login. This is the part where you will see your DOT number, your MC number that is not activated yet. So as you add, that will be your main profile. So always keep those information saved somewhere so you don't forget or lose it. Because at the portal, you're gonna always go back and check how your thing is doing. So to see how it is doing and everything, all the thing. So always keep. Okay, is that supposed to be in the email or what? Still not. Okay, let me see if it's supposed to be email. Okay, supposed to be email here. So always keep the email that you're using. So here, to not confuse you guys, just let me put the same email that I use everywhere. But I mean, you can use other email, but it's good to save the same thing. So again, keep those information handy and save them somewhere, because this is gonna be the portal that you're gonna go to know everything about your MC when you get activated, and how your MC is doing, any issue with the FMCSA, so everything. Would you like to use the same security question? Just do yes. But if you want to change, you just go ahead and change. So yeah, so here is asking you, it's gonna explain you the role. So just say hi, John Smith. Did you agree with the rule? So create the information. So here, the portal role and responsibility. Like I was saying to you, you see everything about your DOT number, your USDOT number, if it's active, deactivates, any problem with it. So everything concerning your MC and stuff like that will be there. So make sure you remember it, you write it. So again, John. Again, I'm not gonna be sending this. I'm going that far just for training. So payment, the next is gonna take a payment. Oh, excuse me, I need to show you this. You see, like I was saying, you the fee of is $300 is required. But let's say in case you are like select all the stuff, then for general freight and stuff like that, you see that here you'll be seeing like 600, 900, depending how many stuff you selected. So now you have to make the payment. So next, uh They don't refund. Wherever payment you do is final, and they take electronic funding transfer. Like here, fee are required for each type of registration. For example, if applicant wish to be registered as both a motor carrier and a broker, so like yeah, you see one of those cases again, it will have be the payment will have be 600, that they will not proceed the application until you pay the bank fee. So, and anytime during the process you want to stop and come back to it, you can do save. You can do save, then log out. Or if at this point I see that I need to make a change in any of those, I go back. In my case, I mean, when I will do anytime that I do application, so I get to this point, I will go back to each of those and double check that I did not miss anything or I did not make a mistake when I was filling up any of them. It's tedious, but it avoid. I would rather do that, take an extra 10 minutes to do that, then go through the process to change information with the FMCSA. The people who done it, they say it's tedious and it's nerve wracking. So just take your time, double check. I tell people, me, I do in two sitting. So I will save the information, log out, then the next day when I'm really feel raised or few hour after, I come back and I go to the menu, I log in and then I say returning applicant. So then I go through everything to double check. Okay. So all of this, if you want to print, you click on this. You can print the current page or print all the summary. I advise you print that. So then you do next here to go to the payment portal. So here from here, I'm gonna stop it here. The rest is self-explanatory. You just put your if you want to do by credit card, so you put the credit card information, the name on the credit card, or if you want to do by fund transfer, you put your bank routing, bank account. So most of the time do by credit card and whatever is a Visa, you click Visa, MasterCard, you click here, Express, whatever it apply to you. So, and you do the rest. Then when you're down, you do submit. So that's how you do your application for the MC number. And after that, the MC number, you're gonna get a call and a lot of stuff. They're gonna send you your email. That email will include the number of your duty number. So, and a warning, the same warning that they would not try to reach out to you to sell you something. Most of those stuff that you will get, email, call, or mails, they're gonna be from factoring, fuel, cars, BOC3 agent, stuff like that. So you have to know for a box truck, some of those things will not apply to you. Okay. So some of those, so the list of the things that you're gonna need after your application for the MC for a box truck company owner is you're gonna need a BOC3 and an insurance on file in the next 21 day for your MC to go active. Then after you need a UCR, a driver qualification file, uh UCR driver qualification file, um insurance, drug, not drug test, sorry, the medical card, the DOT medical card, and then do inspection for your truck when you buy your truck. Those are the things that you need to do. The audit, the DOT audit is going to take you have 12 months to do that. So those are the things that you need. Some company, they were gonna send you mail or email or cell phone and make you think that this is mandatory and stuff like that. It might be mandatory for the semi truck company, but not the box truck company. So the list that I just give it to you is for the box truck. You don't need anything else like a drug consortium or IFTA and stuff like that. You don't need those. So those don't apply to you. But like I always tell to my student, if you have any doubt about the document, just take a picture and send it to my cell phone. I'll try to guide you if it's mandatory or not. All right. Thank you.